These are the Dollar Tree dry erase whiteboard easels. These are not sublimation blanks. This is a hack, a Dollar Tree hack. We are going to use these whiteboards in our project today. I knew that I wanted to add some embellishments to these whiteboards after sublimation, so I purchased some Spanish moss. I'll have a link below for that. And also I used some polymer clay, and I'll have a link below for that as well. So I made these cute little jelly bean looking Easter eggs. And so they were made out of polymer clay. And I baked them at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes so that I have these ready to go after sublimation. So I am starting in my Creative Fabrica account for this whiteboard or dry erase board, whatever you want to call it, that I got from the Dollar Tree. So they are so fun to do sublimation on. So I just put in bunny and I found all kinds of cute bunnies because I am going to be making a cute an Easter easel. So here is one of the designs that I really liked. And then I like this one too. Not sure which one we're going to be using yet, but I did download these and I picked out a few of these Easter bunnies. So we're going to go to Canva. I have a Canva Pro account and I just clicked here under custom size. And I measured these whiteboards and I'm going to be working in inches here. So I'm going to change that over. And they're about 4.35 inches across, and they're a little over 5 3/4 inches in height. So I do want this to be a full wrap design. I want it to go all the way over the edge. So I am going to do width at 4.5 inches and height, I'm going to up that to 6. So that is what we're going to work with. I might even actually go 6.1 just because I want to have plenty of space there. So I'm going to hit create new design. And now I'm going to go to upload because I want to upload some images that I pulled in. So here are the ones that I decided to work with. So I'm going to upload those into my Canva. So when I downloaded them from Creative Fabrica, I have the Creative Fabrica All Access. I'll have a link below for that. It is a great value. When you download them, they come in a zipped file, and then you just unzip them and pick out what you want. And so now I'm going to close these Creative Fabrica ones because I do not need them right now. So what I'm going to do here is I really like this bunny with its rear end sticking out here. I think that is just adorable, and I think it's going to look good on what I'm doing, but I really am not sure yet which bunny I am going to use. So I'm going to pull this in. It'll all depend what the background looks like. And I'm going to raise this up because I'm going to be adding something to the bottom here. And I really want to see that little tail there. So I'm going to add another page. And I really like these two as well. You can't see the tail, but I thought they were just adorable. So we'll work with this one as well. I don't want to get it too close to the edge um, because I don't want those flowers to be cut off on our design. So I will make that a little bit smaller. And see, that doesn't quite fill up the page the way I want to, but we'll see. We might use that. And then on these bunnies here, this was actually my favorite because I was hoping we'd be able to see the little cottontail back there, but I don't know if we're going to be able to, but I am going to pull this in because I might be able to find a cottontail here in Canva. I could also find one in Creative Fabrica, but I'm going to go to Elements here and I'm going to search for cottontail. Just see what comes up here. Yeah, and that's really not what I'm looking for there. But let's see, maybe if I put rabbit tail in, let's see what happens there. If I can find something, because I really like this, but I'd really like to have a little tail back there. So no, I'm not seeing what I'm looking for here. I'll just put cotton in and see what happens. No, that's not what I'm looking for either. But anyway, we're going to work on these. So now what I'm going to do under these elements here is I am going to look for a pastel spring background and see what we find. Go to graphics here and find something really cheerful and springy. Oh, let's see, maybe this one on this one might look okay. We'll pull it in here, get that all stretched out, get it in there, send it to the back, and we'll see. I kind of like that. We'll see though, because I'm going to add some spring floral. See what we get there. Spring. Oops, if I could spell here today. Spring flowers. We'll put in there. Let's see. Maybe a couple of these on the bottom. We'll see. And maybe a couple butterflies. I don't like those butterflies, so I'll delete those, but we'll see what we find here. There's some other butterflies there. Not a fan of most of these, but let's see. See what we get here. This would look kind of cute off to the side. Put it over here, get it in there, and then too close to the edge though. Make it smaller. Get it in here, and then send it back and see what it looks like. Oops, bring it forward one. Nope, don't like that. Delete that out. So we just keep playing with this until we get the look that we want here. So I'm going to be adding some moss and some Easter eggs to this as well. And so we're going to be having some fun with this. So let's see if I can get this looking the way I want it to. Being that this bunny has flowers in the hair, I thought it'd be cute to add some fun flowers to it. But if we can't find what we're looking for, we won't do that. Let's see. Let's drop down to the next one here. And let's go and see what elements we can find here. We'll go back and we'll look for a spring background. See what we find here. Whoopsie. Elements, spring background here, graphics, and we'll see what we like here. Oh, let's see. This one's kind of cute. Let's see what this one looks like when we get it in there. Of course, you can move this over to the center and we'll get that in line and then we'll position it here. Position to the back. And now that one looks kind of cute like that. See what else. It just has nothing above it. I really would like to fill this space up here. So maybe I can find an element here that, and as you can see, that is a pro image. You do have to have a pro account for that background. Let's go in here and go to elements and see what Happy Easter looks like here, or Happy Spring. See if we can find a graphic that I like, or I could be also put in my own writing in there too. So I'm not a fan of a lot of these here. So let's put a text box in and we'll have some fun with fonts here. So let's do Happy Spring. Oh, Easter blessings I'll do. Let's see, I'm gonna make this bigger so that we can see it. Easter. So I'll do Easter on one area. And of course, we're not going to make it look like that. So don't panic. Make that smaller. Now we'll go up to our fonts here. You just click Canvas Sand, and I have uploaded a bunch of fonts. These are all fonts that I've uploaded from Creative Fabrica. I'll have a link below so you can see how to do that. You do have to have a pro account to bring fonts in as well, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see here. We're going to change this font. Let's see, Easter. See what this one looks like. Easter. Baby Valentina, that one is. Let's go down. I never scroll down to the bottom to see all the beautiful ones I have in here. Uh, maybe we'll do this Montpierre handwritten, and then we'll try this Montpierre regular for the second word, maybe. Those are called, when you have two of them like this, they're called duos, and you can find them in Canva under font duos. Let's see, because they match really well together. Let's see here. Find something that's gonna look. See if this Sophia. Sounds kind of cute. So let's drop this down in size here. Move Easter. I want to make sure I have that down far enough where it's not going to go off the top. And then I'm going to add another text box and I'm going to write blessings here. And that one I'm going to change to a different font here. Just want to have them two different fonts and I want to make sure that they look really good together. I'm very fussy on that. Let's see, let's go Winter Wonderland. Maybe this one in Winter Wonderland, I'll change this one. Or White Winter, I guess is what it's called. And then maybe go Winter White Christmas regular. Blessings here. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see. Whoops, I'll raise this up. Make it bigger so you can see it. Easter blessings, make Easter bigger. And you can use whatever font you want for something like this. And I like to do two different text boxes because then I can get them lined up really, really well together. And you can see the magenta lines there that is lining these up. Really helps a lot to get your ears centering in there. Now, of course, we're not going to leave this black. I kind of like that. Looks pretty good. So now I'm going to click on that and I'm going to go up here to color. And you see our designs have some beautiful color in them. So let's go here to Easter and click on, or Easter, top one first. Click on color and you can see it brings in photo colors, color palettes from the designs that I brought in. So it's got the flower, it's got this bunny here. It's bringing in the colors from all of these, which is really cute. And so I will pull in some color because this is the bunny that we're using. So I'll pull in some color from here. Maybe that brown, or a darker brown. And then for blessings here, I'll go to the color again. Whoops. And we'll see all here. And I might use something out of this color palette here. Go with that. Or this one here. Darker. I can't go with that one. But yeah, I could go with that one. And then do an effect on it. Outline. And see what we get here. Had a nice outline going there. Oopsie. Go back on that. And see what color they picked for us. Make it a little thicker so you can see that. That's a fun color. Now let's go up here. Let's zoom in and see what that looks like when we pull them together. Move our bunnies down a hair. Just a little bit. And then bring blessings down a little bit into here. Down to the ear. And then Easter can fit. Whoops. Move the wrong one. And then Easter can fit right in there. Oh, I'd like that E above the B. Just a hair there. And you can see how you can make that look really good with that as well. So I might use that one. We'll see though, because we're going to design the next one here, see what we can find for him. That one doesn't look too bad. I don't have to add any flowers because they're already there. This one I might go back and Control C, Control V to duplicate that and put another one on the other side. I don't want to get too close to the end edge there, but and then I might position that back one just so it's behind the bunny. I don't want to bring too much detail to the edge though either. So I'll probably delete that one. Whoops. put that back, go back here, edit, and see, bring him, position this one to the back. Oops, position this one forward. So get rid of that flower there. We don't need that one in there. Now let's go see what we can find for elements here. Sorry, I'm kind of fussy on how I do this. So let's do a pastel Easter landscape. Let's see what we get. Uh, you don't know what I like here. I think I'll just go back to the pastel backgrounds and see. Pastel spring background and go back to the graphics here and scroll through and see what is going to look good with this beauty here. Oh, let's see. This one's different. I kind of like that. This one's high enough that I won't need any words behind it. But let's see. Maybe this little purple color would look really pretty on there. We'll see though. Might not with the gray. And this is why you'll see why I wanted his bunny tail showing, because right here it's kind of missing. So I might add some flowers there as well. So let's see. Easter flower. See what we get. Maybe some tulips around the side. We shall see. I think it's going to get too close to that edge. I don't think I want anything like that. This is pretty. It's a pretty lily. Actually, I'm going to flip it and see how it looks here. Move it over to this side. Kind of lay that there and maybe some more. So I'm going to see all these magic recommendations here to go along with that flower because they do look very pretty together. And maybe I can find a butterfly too. Let's see here. Move this one a little bit. Get it to fit in there just the way I want it. Highest foot there, maybe send that to the back. Back one. Yep, I like that. And maybe we'll see if we can find a butterfly here as well. Just something to add to it, or grass. Let's try grass. Let's go back. See, find a nice little patch here and see what that looks like. Then, of course, I'm going to duplicate this here because then I'll do the grass on one and the flowers on another. Just, whoops, get rid of my bunny there. Don't want to get rid of my bunny. All right. Get him out so I can get that out. Now I'll bring my bunny back. Go to layers here. Layers instead and bring my bunny back in here. Now I'll throw some grass in here and see what it looks like. And I don't think I like that because of what I'm going to do after I'm done with this design. So I can delete this one and get that grass out of there. We don't want that. Let's see if we can find some butterflies here now. So, butterfly, spring, pastel, butterfly. And again, I can download all of these from Creative Fabrica as well. You don't have to. If you have the Canva regular free account and you have Creative Fabrica, you can bring these in from Creative Fabrica. Similar things as well. Oh, I like that one. Get him up here. This one is would look really pretty, I think. In there. Like the color of that butterfly. Make him smaller. Very pretty. Cute butterfly. And the question is where to put him. I think he looks good there. All right. So now, like I said, because of what we're going to be doing with this, I want the bottom open down here. because when we're done putting these on our whiteboard, we're going to be adding some moss and some Easter eggs. So now let's get these downloaded. So I'm going to go to share and I'm going to go to download and I'm going to select PNG here for the best quality for sublimation. I'm going to raise my DPI all the way up because I do have a pro account and I want to make sure I have a transparent background here. You do not need a transparent background for these because we did put the background on there. So if you do not have a pro account, you do not need the transparent background, and you wouldn't have to raise the DPI up either for these because these are very small boards. So we'll get this downloaded. It's downloading now. I'm going to open a Word document while this is downloading. And I'm going to go to a blank document here. And I'm going to change my layout so that you can see here. I'll change it to landscape, make it a little bit smaller here. This is just a preference of how I like to print. So I'm going to go to margins and I have some selected to 0, and I can leave my size at 8.5 by 11. I don't need an 8.5 by 14 for this. So now I'm going to extract these files so that I can pull out the designs here, and I will bring these all in here if I can slide them in. There we go. So I'm going to now, the first thing I'm going to do in Word is I'm going to go to click on the image, and I'm going to go to this icon here, and I'm going to hit through. This is wrapping through. Then I can move it around on the page. So, and the same thing for all 3 of them, because then I can maybe fit all 3 of them on the same page, wrapping through. That icon is up here as well. You can see wrap text, and you do through just like that. No, they're not all 3 going to fit on one page anyway, but nice try. Let's see. Trying to decide which one I want to use. I think my 2 favorites right now are the Easter blessing and the bunny with the tail. Bunny with the tail is my favorite because I really wanted a tail on there. So I'm going to delete this one. And then I'm going to print these 2 here. Just because I don't need them all. I'm going to put that in because I'm only going to be doing one because I made those Easter eggs and I only need one. So now I'm going to go to File and I'm going to go to Print here, and I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank 2840 that I've converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink. And you always want to make sure that you see this black line. That inside there is your printing surface. So we'll make sure that our image is inside, and it is. There was something I wanted to show you here though first before we go on. So click on the image and you can see here it says picture format. And you can see that it brought that in right at the 6.1 inches and the 4.5 inches. So that is exactly what we wanted. Sorry. So now we'll go to File and Print. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that. So now we're going to go to Printer Properties. We're going to make sure that we have Premium Presentation Paper Matte selected and High Quality. And then under More Options, this is just a preference of mine. Under Image Options, I emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. But this you need to turn off. Turn off your bidirectional or high speed. You do not want that on. Whoops. And you also want to mirror your image, because if I don't mirror my image, they're not going to look like this on the page. So while that design is printing, I am cleaning my whiteboard. I am just using a coffee filter and some rubbing alcohol. So I did use htvront 125 sublimation paper for those prints. And now I've got my htvront Auto Heat Press 2 heating up. I have it set for 385 degrees Fahrenheit, 170 pounds of pressure, which is a firm pressure. We're going to be pressing these for 35 seconds. I do have a silicone mat on my press along with the mat that comes with it. This is a preference of mine, and I will have a link below for that as well. I trimmed up my sublimation prints so that we can see just how perfectly they're going to fit on these whiteboards. And we are going to lay the print side onto the whiteboard. So now I've added the heat resistant tape. I have it in place the way I want it on the whiteboard. And now we are going to press this for 35 seconds at 385 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, our press is done. And I will get this untaped for the reveal. This one turned out adorable. I did decide to do 2 of them, so we'll get the next one pressed. And here we go. The second one is all taped on with heat resistant tape. And we are going to press for the 35 seconds. And this one is done too, so I will get it unwrapped and we will start to decorate them. Turned out so cute. So here they are together. So let's get some Spanish moss on these, and then I will add the eggs to one as well. I used my Bleds cordless hot glue gun, ran a bead across, and now I'll get the moss on. I didn't know how messy this stuff was to work with, but it went on really well. Now I'm going to just trim off the excess and start the other one. So the Spanish moss is on, and I added the Easter eggs. So let's go get these displayed. These turned out just adorable. I love the embellishments added to it. It just gives them an extra pop. That Spanish moss and the Easter eggs, I just love it. You'll have to leave me a comment and see what you think. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, see links below, and leave me a comment.